I've got it up on the lift right now. And if you saw in the last one, I took the box off. We're gonna be taking this whole engine and transmission mission frame out of this thing. So last video is taking the box off. This one is just gonna be draining the fluids. I have it up on the lift. Not everybody has a lift, and I get that, but it's gonna make it a lot easier for me to show you what's going on underneath here. So we're gonna be draining the transmission fluid. We're gonna be draining the radiator fluid. I'll just drop the engine oil too while I'm here. I'm just gonna clear it all out because we're gonna take this engine out and see what needs to be fixed with that anyway. So this is the bottom side of this guy. If you never been underneath one, it's a lot better on the lift, even though I'm still on my knees. I can't get this thing as quite as tall as I can a truck because it's so high up there. I can go up a little bit further, but the stop kind of hits me before I can actually fully walk underneath this thing. So I still have to kind of crouch around, but it's a lot better than being over in this bay on the ground doing this thing. So here we go. We're just gonna drop some fluids. All right, transmission oil fluid. This uses the super UTD, just like everything else on these machines. The hydraulic fluid, lubricating oil, not the engine oil, but pretty much super UTD. Ooh, that's a little dark. That's a little dark. I don't really like that, but that's fine. Looks more like engine oil, right? So in this, I have this furnace filter, just in case if I lose any of this stuff in here, I can grab it. There is some mesh and stuff in there, but I like this, I don't know, filter media in there first. So I like that a little bit better. Oh yeah, liquid gold. Oh, and she's almost done. Now, later on I'll talk about this more, but this transmission case holds just over 3 gallons of UTD, so it's quite a lot, and it's important to change these things out. This stuff you can kind of smell. Smells a little burnt. It's a little dark. Not terrible. When I pulled the plug, I didn't see any filings or anything like that on here. It looked pretty clean. So all in all, I think that this transmission is in good shape, at least the gears of it. Let's move on to the next. I'll put this plug back in. We'll move on to the next. All right. I was just about to put this plug back in, and if you can see down in here, there's some pieces. This is the other reason that I like this media. Check this out. What do you think that is from? Got any ideas? I know that came out of here because this was clean before I did this. So this filter media really grabs stuff like that. Now it's not going to check, like teeny little filings or anything, but look at this stuff. And if I put my hand up in here, I can feel more. I can feel more up in there. Yep, right there. I might have to take that transmission apart too. Something I did not plan for. Now on to the engine oil. And if you'll notice on this guy, actually, it's really funny. On the X series, on the X1100, there's a cross member that goes right here. So when you take this drain plug out, it actually makes a pretty good mess. It hits that cross member. It's part of the engine frame. Basically, this member sits lower, so then this oil just drains all over that, and a lot of people are really annoyed by that. I'm not showing you taking me loosening these nuts and bolts up because I don't think you really care about that. But oh gosh, oh my God. Holy jeepers. What is that even? Oh, nasty. Oh my gosh. Oh, that looks like water in there too. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, I don't think it's water. I think it's gross oil and decent oil. Wow, that's not good looking. There's like a layer of crud coming out of there. Just disgusting. Wow. Ugh. All right, well that continues to ooze out. We're gonna take this cover off. So there's bolts around the outside, you're gonna see it. This is gonna give you access to that hydraulic pan, right? And then your hydraulic oil is right there. Oh, look at there, I got a pin. This thing's pretty dirty. Clean that out, but look at that. Oh, that's a nice one too. I could actually use that. Very good. Free stuff. So we're gonna drop our hydraulic fluid here too. That's really the hydrostatic fluid is in this one. This is the main container that's underneath the seat. Ah, look at that. Just change your oil once in a while, all right? Oh gosh. So we just dropped that pan, and I went to grab a wrench for this, but I put the wrench on there, and this is actually just hand tight. So that's an interesting one. Let's maybe we'll move this just a little bit more. There. Ooh, that's clean. Look at that. That's nice. I don't think that's too old, at least. Like that. That's looking really good. That is not looking good. That's looking good. Not good. At this rate, this one's gonna win before that one does. Ooh, doggy. Now we always wanna check this. See if there's any debris on that or anything like that. Let's bring it over here. I'm gonna stop videotaping so you can look at this, but I think that's just a piece of the rubber right there. But I'm gonna take a look at this, make sure that there's no metal filings or anything on that, because that system is the most important system of all. All right, so I put that back in. There was no shavings or anything on that, so that looks really good. That oil was looking good too, so they could have just changed that oil. This thing is still dripping. We're gonna drop this oil pan later on, but that's just oozing out of there. I am just gonna close that up for now, and we're gonna talk about that later when we pull this engine and drop that oil pan. We're gonna go through that whole engine anyway, so not a big deal. I'm just hand tightening these because we're gonna come back through and do more stuff too. So those are the oils down here. So you had your engine oil, right? I didn't change the filter. I'm leaving the filters on for now. Engine oil, your transmission case oil, and then your central hydraulic fluid. So those are the three things that we're doing in this video. The last thing that I have to do, I guess there's gonna be one more, is the coolant. So typically there's a cover right here. This cover has been taken off and it is gone. I'm guessing that those bolts are probably seized right in there now too. And then your little drain plug right here. So this is gonna be the drain. I'll drain all this stuff into a bucket down here. That's a messy mess, but I'll shoot some video for you so you can see it. We're gonna drain all the fluid out of there. And then that's basically the fluids, right? Not a whole lot to it, but by the time you get to it, there's about 5 gallons of super UTD. There's a few quarts of engine oil, and then I don't remember how many. I don't remember how many gallons of coolant there are. Doesn't matter. So that's that. Pretty good so far. That engine oil was disgusting, bad. I don't think that transmission fluid was changed for a while. But the hydraulic fluid looked good. That doesn't mean that they didn't just change that, just change that before this engine blew up, so. So I take that plug out first, and then I take the cap off. That helps me just kind of control it a little bit. Either way, it's kind of like pissing into the wind with that. I wish I had a better system of collecting antifreeze. I just don't. I don't like to use the oil one. The guy that takes the oil can have the hydraulic fluid. Regular oil doesn't matter for him. But the coolant is not great in that system, so we keep that out. We keep that separate. And we dispose of that separately. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around watching these things. And again, this is part of a bigger series. So we're going to take this whole engine, transmission, mission frame out. And we got to fix this engine. It looks like we got to do a little bit of work on that transmission because we did find some things. So stay tuned to the next video. I appreciate you guys. Stay strong, Station Nation.